Hello all. I welcome all of you to the part 2 of two-part webinar series on digital supply networks. In part 1, we discussed how the sequential supply chain needs to be transformed to a digital networks to add value to the firm, workforce, and bigger society. We also discussed a little bit details about intelligent supply process, or you can use the word digital supplier network. Right now in today's session, we will get into the details on the SAP's vision and how Deloitte is making it relevant, practical, and useful for the clients across the globe. We are privileged to have Tom from SAP and Murali from Deloitte with us. So without any further delay, Tom, we heard you last time. Still, can you tell something about yourself?
Absolutely, and it's great to be here, and thank you for that introduction. My name is Tom Santacroce. I'm with the Intelligent Spend Management Program here at SAP Ariba, and I've been here for the last 5 years. Prior to that, I've spent a number of years in industry helping shared services, particularly accounts payable programs, to better optimize their source to settle program.
Thank you, Tom. Murali?
Thanks, Amit, for inviting me to the session. I'm Muralidhar Bundali. I'm a senior manager with Deloitte Consulting SAP practice. Been doing SAP Ariba procurement solution for more than 19 years. I've delivered multiple transformation programs, projects, working with clients to deliver the business outcome.
Thank you, both of you again. Tom, let's discuss about the architecture of how SAP is making the intelligent supply real. And I would also like to understand what are the necessary criteria for a supplier to get engaged into the DSN.
Well, thanks for that. It's a great question. And I'll get to most of it in a minute. But first, I really want to talk about how SAP is leveraging the concept of a digital supply network. On the left, we see our buyers, and we're primarily addressing 4 categories of spend. It's direct, our indirect services, MRO, our external workforce management, and travel. And we take those categories of spend and allow our systems and tools to help buyers source, procure, and settle over what we call a digital supplier network. Now, to the meat of your questions about how we get suppliers to engage, it's probably the number 1 priority, because there's no value attained in this process unless you have someone to transact with. So paramount in our strategy is finding ways to get our suppliers to easily onboard into this digital supplier network and transact. So our strategy here is to meet suppliers where they are and don't force suppliers to modify their behavior to work with you. Said differently, on the right, we see suppliers and we see common formats of communications, EDI, walk-up portals, email, uploading CSV files, faxing, and even paper. And all those suppliers are pretty set in their ways. So we need to have our digital supplier network to be able to take those types of communication channels and bring them into the network and share them back to the suppliers. So again, our goal here is to manage all types of spend, leveraging the digital supplier network in the middle and making it easy for those suppliers to transact with those buyers.
Thank you, Tom. Good to see and understand the great vision where suppliers of different sizes can be part of the networks. Murali, to you, how Deloitte is making it operational and real for your clients? If you can.
Well, that's a great question. We've seen, based on the spend categories which Tom has discussed in the earlier slides, for the procure-to-pay supplier collaboration scenarios, plays a very critical role to kind of drive efficiency and reduce your operational cost. Traditionally, we've seen collaboration between buyers and suppliers have been through email, paper, telephone, which has been very ineffective, and it does not align with the organization vision to digitize their operation. The SAP News supplier portal offering can help clients digitize their procure-to-pay operations with the suppliers right from the purchase order to the remit information. It's a single portal that kind of supports SAP ECC and S/4HANA ERP systems. The offering, right, supports both single ERP, multi-ERP collaborations, and it enables a supplier to be in a much simpler, cost-effective, and a scalable manner to meet your business needs. And not to forget about your end users, this is business as usual. They'll still be working in the ERP systems and get integrated with the supplier portal.
That's good. And I can understand, but are there more additional services which you are providing to make it fast and getting higher value faster?
Yes, we've been collaborating with our customers to help and guide them in the supplier enablement activities to get all of the supplier enabled on the supplier portal and drive adoption, which is a critical factor for the success. And we are also known for our Procurement Central Managed Services, a proven framework to extract savings on your annual spend. And in order to add, we could provide services related to category management, and such that we can speed up your value based on our accelerators. And Tom, I believe even SAP also has some additional services that you could provide.
Absolutely, and thank you, Julie. One of the things that we do when we work with our partners such as Deloitte here is we really help them understand how to prioritize the suppliers that we bring on the network, because the whole goal is to help our customer attain value in the shortest time frame as possible. So in discussions with the client, we determine if their goal is to get as much spend going across the network as possible. If that's procurement's concerned with the POs. If it's finance is concerned, saying we need to get all the invoices on the digital supplier network because we're drowning in paper or fragmented ingestion of emails and of invoices and different types of channels there. So we take that information, the needs from the customer, and we match it against our intelligence that we have with over 4 million suppliers on our digital supplier network. And we're able to recommend the right suppliers in a prioritization schema such that our customer attains value in the shortest time possible.
Wow. So if I can connect the dots, amazing vision with the excellent operational capabilities. So Murli, I would like to come back to you. If you can share some examples or how further the value can be extended and make it real for the organizations. If we can,
yes,
dollar.
Sure, I can answer that in two specific points. One is we work very closely with customers and suppliers to understand the need so that we can leverage the supplier portal's capabilities in terms of configuring the portal rules so that they are enabled and the flow of the data between the buyers and the suppliers, which is standard out of the box. We try to bring in tangible values in the form of savings, process efficiency, and spend compliance. All are very great levers to realize the value of the supplier portal. And when it comes to our implementations, we bring in our design to deliver project accelerators that can expedite the delivery of the project in a very cost-effective manner. And not to forget, we have our pre-configured solutions wherein we show and tell the leading practices to facilitate the design collaboration sessions. And we're also known for our source-to-pay procurement transformation expertise for implementing global SAP and Ariba solution products that bring value to the customers.
This is exciting because what I can say, a tremendous amount of value to be achieved by the organizations of all the sizes. Tom, I would still like to hear some final closing thoughts from you.
Hey, I wanted to share one thing. I was speaking to a customer just last week about the solution, and this is exactly the type of value they expect to see as they transform to S4. And what we're speaking today here, we're really speaking about a foundational infrastructure of a digital supply network with the basic communications from POs, PO change, the supplier sending the PO acknowledgement, advanced ship notice, all basic collaboration. And with this infrastructure of this digital supply network installed, that customers now can move on to the next level and get into much more robust communication with their direct suppliers, everything from inventory collaboration, forecast collaboration, and quality collaboration. So this is just the beginning.
Thank you. Murali, any closing thoughts from you?
Sure. We've seen our customers very excited to implement the SAP Supplier Portal as a first step towards their transformation journey. And this has the capabilities to expand the solution to advance functionalities, highlighting the return on their investment and maximizing the value.
Perfect. Thanks to both of you. I'm pretty sure our listener and viewer gained a lot. And I, along with both of you, welcome the organizations and the people, especially working in the intelligent supply or procurement team, to come, join, and create value for the firms. Thanks to both of you.
Well, on behalf of SAP, I would like to thank my colleagues, Murali and Amit, for their participation in this webinar. And of course, I'd like to thank all of those out there in this virtual world here who attended this webinar series. On this slide here, we've included our emails and contact information so you can reach out to us if you got more questions to better understand how Deloitte and SAP can help you implement a digital supplier network in your current environment. Thank you.
And Amit, thanks for sharing your thoughts and giving me an opportunity to present our experience and our expertise in order to help our customers in transformation journey. And thank you again, Tom, for all the collaboration. Looking forward for working with you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.